Hey everybody, I'm Darrin from Platform Science. Platform Science is a connected vehicle platform bringing a modern open architecture to the world of in-cab technology. This is our third straight live demo at a FreightWaves event actually. A year ago we walked you through how easy it was to configure and use applications on the platform. 6 months ago we demonstrated how simple it is to develop your own apps for the platform, deeply integrated with the rest of the software ecosystem we have. And today I want to show you some new features we've added for security and device management, highlight a few partner integrations we're excited about, and show you how you can customize the in-motion driver experience to dramatically increase efficiency for your fleet. I'm going to do that by taking a fresh device and configuring it for a driver to use all in under 7 minutes. So as a platform, our goal is to provide a consistent development experience across all types of devices. For today's demo, I'll be using a Samsung Galaxy Tab 2. Samsung's been a great partner for us in bringing really good options for the fleets to use from the mobile in-cab solutions. I'm going to bring this down here. So that's my screen that you can see. So my device is loaded with the base software, but nothing else after that. We're going to set it all up during the demo. You can see that we have the standard login experience here. But one thing we're missing from the standard login experience is single sign-on. A lot of corporate fleets are looking to manage the passwords themselves instead of handing them over to their vendor. So to demonstrate how we can handle single sign-on out of the box, I'm going to change my configuration here for my device and activate it. If I can catch it in time, come right back over. And this will switch over. Oh. And we'll see the FreightWaves live. We set up a fake fleet for the demo today for FreightWaves, even though they became a real fleet yesterday by getting a bunch of buses to get their people out from Chattanooga. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here and turn off my caps lock. Cool. All right, so we're logged in. And we see nothing. Pretty boring device, right? So I'm going to go over and I'm going to do a couple things in the back end to configure this for us. So first thing is I'm going to upload a custom logo for the back end. This way you can have your fleet branding extended to your in-cab solution. So I'll go ahead and deploy that. And while that's going, I'm also going to switch my configuration here to one that I set up a little bit ago. And what it's going to do is it's going to enable hours of service DVIR workflow and 2 partner apps that I'm going to show in just a little bit from Trimble Maps and Lytx. So I'm going to activate this, and we're going to switch back over. And in just a second, you see the branding's already there, and the configuration will take hold. You can see how wonderful it is outside, and you can see those applications there. So now I have those available to me as a driver. So this was all pretty straightforward, right? I'm going to do something a little fancier. Some of you may be familiar with a part of our platform known as RPM, or Remote Platform Management. We built it as the only transportation-optimized MDM in the industry. So it gives us full control of the devices and monitoring, security, et cetera. And we were thinking recently, over the summer, what can we do to make MDM even more appropriate for transportation? And we said, well, what if RPM was able to access the driver's duty status and control the experience based off of what the driver's currently doing? So let's say I want to make sure my driver never does a DVIR if they're off duty or in sleeper berth. I can show you how to do that really simply with our back end as well. So I'm going to flip back over here. If I scroll down, I have an option here to hide applications based off the duty status. So I'm going to select DVIR. I'm going to say hide it in sleeper, off duty, and driving. Save it. And then in just a second, I'm going to activate it. And we come over, and in just a second, that'll take, and you'll see DVIR is gone because I'm on off duty right now. So to get to DVIR as a driver, I go up here, and I change my duty status to on duty, confirm my location there, and DVIR is back. So now I can make sure as a fleet that my driver isn't doing something non-compliant when they're off duty or just not working. The same thing can be done in the inverse, which allows you to have entertainment apps, for example, that you only make available to a driver when they're in sleeper berth or off duty to help with driver retention, for example. So now I want to show a couple of our partner integrations that we've been working on. The first is Lytx. We have an application here to help us confirm that we have the video capture integration configured correctly. So I press the red or the icon down there, and in just a second you're going to see a video pop up and confirm that we're all looking good, assuming the Wi-Fi is happy with me today. And it's taken a little too long there, so I might have to switch gears. No problem. But do make sure to check out Lytx later today in their demo. They're going to be showing hopefully what that video was that I was trying to retrieve there. Now, going along, I'm on duty. I have a load I can see that was assigned to me in workflow. And I need to figure out if I'm even going to make it here. So I'm going from where we are right now to Nashville, Tennessee. So I'm going to exit out of this. I'm going to bring up MileOn, made by Trimble Maps, and fix that. There we go. And we can see, okay, I'm picking up in McCormick. I need to take a 30-minute rest break. They're recommending the Road Ranger number 226, and I'm going to be late to Bridgestone, so I should be careful there. They're also going to be showing a lot more of their Mylon product later today, and they'll do a much better demo than I am, so please be sure to check that out as well. Okay, so let's get a little bit more advanced. We're on duty, we're driving, we have a load to execute, and when a driver's driving, as you guys are all familiar with, they see a lock screen like so, right? Nice and boring and simple. But I'm not going to stand up here and say that this should be fun and exciting. It's a safety feature. But it should be informative, right? So here's a quick story. One of my first ride-along when I entered this industry, I was in a truck. We were going about 2 miles an hour in a gigantic yard with 1 million containers and trailers. And as we were driving, the driver kept looking down at his notepad. And I asked him, why are you doing that? And he said, I had written down the trailer ID for the trailer I need to pick up here, because I can't get to it. It's trapped in my in-cab device, but the device locks itself. So we looked at that and said, well, what can we do here to make this a little bit better for the driver? So if you remember seeing on that home screen, I had all those different widgets that showed different applications data. We've actually now brought that to the driver lock screen here. So I'm going to switch over and enable a configuration to show you that. We'll switch back. And in just a second, we'll see a little widget that's actually telling me the trailer ID I need to pick up and where it is. This is an open framework. Anybody who's developing applications, whether a fleet, a partner, or us, can use this framework to publish extra information for the driver to see. A recent example a fleet brought up is they want to show their reefer trailer temperatures on the screen as the driver's going. Very powerful. So in less than 7 minutes, we take a brand new device, had nothing on it, and we set it completely up for a fleet, for FreightWaves. We showed a lot of great new features. So please be sure to come over to our booth, and we'll show you a lot more. This is just a small sliver of what we can do. Thank you.